Hi, my name is Corey Chalmers from Steri-Clean, and I'm here to ask you, how well are you really disinfecting your surfaces in your home? A lot of people right now are running out and buying products like Lysol, Clorox bleach, even some of these organic or safe cleaners. And I really want you to understand that when you walk through your house and just simply spray a disinfectant on something, it is not disinfected, it's not even close. So today I just want to have a quick tutorial on how to really get something clean in your house. With all this stuff going on, I want you to be safe. So the first thing I want to do is show you a dirty surface. Now this is my house, so hopefully it's not too dirty when I run this test, but it'll show you a good example of what we start with. This is called an ATP monitor. So what we're going to do is monitor adenosine triphosphate, which is basically something that's found in cells. It's stored energy. So there shouldn't be any cells on things that we think are clean. So I'm going to go ahead and test this surface and see what it shows. All right, 10 seconds, we'll know. $1,657, oh my gosh. So clearly that was disgusting. My wife cleans this kitchen pretty regularly, so to have a number that high, that's a huge number, which means there's a lot of cellular activity on the handle that we touch when we go and get our food. So what most people do, if you're like most housewives, most guys like me to clean, we think simply spraying Lysol on a surface is disinfecting it. That's what I want to show you is incorrect. So what I'll do is, like most people, I'm just going to wipe this off, and it's clean. Or so we think. So we're going to run another test now and see what numbers we have after spraying it with disinfectant and leaving it on for just a few seconds. Get a good sample on here. Not everyone has this tool, I understand. But this is the only way to really measure how clean our surfaces are getting. And we do use this on real jobs. So we're going to put it in, we're going to run our test. Let's see what it shows. So we actually went up. We're at 2,041 for the measurement of RLUs. That is unbelievable. I mean, we just sprayed a disinfectant on something, so how could it be worse? Here's the problem. When people only use a disinfectant spray, they're not removing what is known as biofilms. Those are the bacteria, it could be viruses, and other organisms that just clump together basically on surfaces. And until we remove those, we cannot effectively disinfect it, as you just saw. So now I have a cleaner. I have a towel. What we'd like you to do is put this in quarters. What we don't want to do is walk around the house cleaning surfaces because we're just spreading those germs all around. Once this quarter is full, then we flip it over and use another quarter. So you actually have 4 quarters per side for a towel. So we're going to use this side, and I'll just spray this cleaner on it. This isn't even a disinfectant. And we're going to focus on removing those biofilms from this surface. And we're going to really scrub it good. So that's the one side, nothing visible. Now we're going to use the other side. I like to go in all directions, really get that dirt out. Then I'm going to open it to my dry side and just give it a good wipe down. Now this surface should be ready for a disinfectant to be applied. I'm going to get my electrostatic gun, which is a high-power disinfectant, and I'll be right back. All right, so we just cleaned it. We haven't applied the disinfectant. So before I use my electrostatic gun, let's swab it one more time and see if it went down just after a good cleaning. Again, I want to get a good sample here and see what it's at. So you can see I still have the fail screen on here with the 2041 relative light units. Let's go ahead and put this in, and we're gonna retest. So again, we haven't used a disinfectant other than the first time before removing the filth and biofilms. So that got it down pretty good, but it's still failing at 188. Significant difference, so that shows you the importance of cleaning the surfaces before you disinfect it. Now let's apply the disinfectant and see if we can't get that down to a much better level that's passing. I'm gonna use our electrostatic gun. This is what we use, different versions and variations of electrostatic guns and different foggers and things. But this is how we professionally get surfaces clean. What the electrostatic gun does is puts an electric charge on the mist, so it actually wraps around the back side of surfaces so we don't have to spin around like this. So we'll apply it. You can see it's coated very well, nice and evenly actually. And we're gonna let that sit for the appropriate dwell time. So we wanna use the appropriate disinfectant. There are differences in disinfectants, so make sure that the disinfectant you use is for the right germ, virus, bacteria that you're trying to kill. We want to make sure that we're following the label for the dwell time, which is how long this product needs to sit on a surface to properly disinfect it. In this case, we're going to let it sit for 10 minutes, which means this has to stay wet for 10 minutes. A vertical surface versus a horizontal surface makes a big difference because on the surface like this, it's going to run down. So we may have to reapply it every couple minutes. So it's been 10 minutes, the proper dwell time for the disinfectant that I chose, and we're going to retest the surface and see if it passes. Spin it around again. Good enough sample to test. Okay. Let's see what we got. It's down to 5. That is a great score. So basically we took this from over 2,000, well, we started with something like 16 or 1,800, sprayed our disinfectant like most people do in this country, thinking that they've disinfected something, and actually went up to over 2,000 RLUs. But by cleaning the surface, we got it down into the hundreds, and then by applying the appropriate disinfectant, letting it sit for the right dwell time, we got it down to 5. This is food grade clean. We could actually manufacture food in a food processing plant with this number. That's what I wanted you to know. Do not just simply spray disinfectants on surfaces thinking they're clean. It does not work. Be safe out there, clean the surfaces, then disinfect it. I hope this was a helpful video on the proper way to disinfect surfaces in your home and business. There's nothing wrong with using household disinfectants like Lysol and bleach. They're actually great products. Just remember to properly and thoroughly clean the surfaces first, then apply your disinfectant. For more serious cleanup needs involving dangerous superbugs, microorganisms, and infectious diseases, call the professionals at Steri-Clean 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 888-577-7206 or visit us on the web at stericlean.com.